How's it going, folks? This is Mike, Gray 1951, and this video is going to be um, vinyl related, which I don't do very often anymore. But most of us, when we go out and find records that we've been looking for, we like to show them off, show off what we've been picking up. So today I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to show you a total of 87 records that I am planning to give away. I'm probably going to give all of them away to a community garage sale that we're going to be having around here for the local Humane Society. So, which is a good cause. And I've been trying to decide what. I mean, I've just got too much stuff around here, and over the last couple of years, I was buying a lot of records at record sales and flea markets that were very cheap. Most of them were $1 a piece. I just Either I've never played them, or I played them once and didn't like them, or they couldn't be played because they were in terrible condition. So they've been sitting around in boxes and piled up in corners for a long time, and it's time to get rid of them. So they're in no particular order, and some of them are actually in very good physical condition, but I just don't care about the music, and there's no reason to keep them because I'm never going to play them again. So as I go through these, if you see anything that you've just been dying to have, please send me a message and we can work out a deal. I'm not attached to these things at all. So anyway, as I said, in no particular order, starting off with the Alan Parsons Project. What's this called? Something about a card. The Turn of a Friendly Card. Okay. Boring. Really boring stuff. Now here we have the soundtrack to a Broadway show called The Act, which starred Liza Minnelli back in the 70s. I actually saw this on stage in San Francisco, and I liked it on stage, but I picked this up at a record sale and played it once. It wasn't that great. Speaking of soundtracks, this is something I've had around for decades. This is Funny Lady, Barbra Streisand, sequel to Funny Girl. And some of the music in this is pretty good, but I just don't get into Streisand like I used to. So here are a couple of things by The Art of Noise that I picked up, and one of them is Dragnet, and the other is it's just called Closed Up. Okay, it's sort of like 12-inch single things. Here's something by the Shake Society, which is Fred Schneider from B-52s. It's called it's called the Shake Society. Does it have a title to the? Oh well, does it make any difference? It's not very good music. I thought it would be typical B-52s, sort of new wave dance music, and it's not that interesting. Here is Midnight Star, Standing Together, with the original price tag. Woo! And I don't think I've ever played that. May have played it once and wasn't interested. Gary Lewis and the Playboys, New Directions. I liked his old directions. I didn't care much for his new. This is got a couple of records by Level 42. This is called something or other. Running in the Family. Oh yeah. This is I have 3 things by Level 42. This is whatever it is. I have no idea. One more. Okay. What is the title to that? It doesn't matter. Okay. Roberta Flack, First Take. I bought 2 copies of this. One because the cover was in good shape, but the record inside was terrible, and the other had a torn up cover, this one, and the record was in good shape, so I kind of mismatched. They were both $1, so what the hell. But I do like Roberta Flack. So anyway, Ravi Shankar. It's called what the hell is it called? Hang on a second. Tana Mana. Not very interesting, at least to me. The original shrink wrap, folks. How exciting is that? Something by Art Tatum, Masterpieces. Diana Ross, The Last Time I Saw Him. The Reavers. whoever the hell they are. Here's somebody called John Clemmer, Barefoot Ballet. Didn't do much for me. Any John Clemmer fans out there? Graham Parker, Squeezing Out Sparks. That record was in pretty bad shape. Roger Hodgson, The Eye of the Sun. In the Eye of the Storm, sorry. Well, something. Here's something by the Rhythm Corps. Sort of heavy metal stuff. Common Ground. Here's Smoke City. Never heard of these people before or since. Picked it up at a record sale. Here's a very, very old record by Keely Smith. I'm not sure how old this is, but it's got tunes like Sweet and Lovely, Cocktails for Two, I'll Get By, On the Sunny Side of the Street. And I really like Keely Smith, but this record is not in very good shape. So I guess somebody wanted to get rid of it and I picked it up. Tommy Tutone. Sniffing the Tears. I might have played that through, but the record is in very, very bad shape. Here's Edward Anthony Luis. Kind of uninteresting funk music, at least to me. This is something by Elvis Costello and the Attractions called The Only Flame in Town. And sort of a 12-inch single thing. It's got 3 songs on it. I bought this because it has a dance version of Pump It Up, which is a great, great song. But the dance version is not as good as the single version, so see no reason to keep it. Here's a very old disco album by the Ritchie Family, Life is Music. They look like 3 drag queens. This is Dave Mason, Let It Flow. And I might have kept this one, but it turned out the record is really in bad shape, scratched up. Here's I don't know how. This is one by Jefferson Starship that I actually intend to keep this. So I will put this aside. Sorry. Victor Bailey, Bottoms Up. Jazz. This is the Heath Brothers, In Motion. Jazz. Here's the Dwight Twilley Band. Bought this for the song Twilley Don't Mind, which is the only good song on the record. And the rest of it I don't care about, so out it goes. Here's the jazz album by Janice Siegel and Fred Hirsch. And Fred Hirsch is actually a good musician, and I have several of his CDs, but this was just not exciting at all. Here's a record by Julie Andrews, Broadway's Fair Julie Andrews. And the record is in pretty good shape, and her voice is beautiful. She's singing all these, standards, but I just don't see any reason to keep it. Not a big fan of Julie Andrews. Here's an album by Peter Kaukonen, who is the brother of Jorma Kaukonen from Jefferson Airplane. This is called Black Kangaroo. I think that was the name of the band that he had at the time. I guess I was hoping it would sound a lot like Jefferson Airplane, but it doesn't. Here's Scritti Politti. And I actually had 2 copies of this, both of them in good shape, so I'm giving one away. I do like the music. This is by another one by the Alan Parsons Project. It's called Ammonia Avenue. Sorry. Okay. Any Alan Parsons fans out there? Here's the jazz album by Dave Valentine. Mind Time. It's not terrible, but it's not that interesting either. 2 albums by Hiroshima that I bought several years ago for $1 a piece, and I don't know. I kind of liked them when I first played them. Played them again recently, and they just kind of left me cold. Here's another one. Gino Socio, It's called Closer. Good old disco music. I have a lot of things by Gino Socio that I actually like, and this is not one of them. Here's a record by the Pointer Sisters called Hot Together. Perfect example of extremely well-produced pop music that has absolutely no personality to it whatsoever. I mean, it sounds good, it just has no feeling to it. And I used to like a lot of the things that they did. Here's something by a guy named Paul Carrick. And the record is called, oh boy, Suburban Voodoo. Here's something I had for a long time, Burning Spear. And it's called Far Over. I went through a very, very small segment of reggae back in the 70s, early 80s, whatever. Oh, here you go. Arthur Fiedler, Boston Pops, A Christmas Festival. Since I hate Christmas, I don't want any Christmas music around. Thank you very much. Here's another one. The Spirit of Christmas with the Living Strings. Ew. I'm sorry. I'm a real Scrooge when it comes to Christmas. Bruce Cockburn, Inner City Blues. Or Inner City Front, sorry. Here's a guy named Peter Schilling. It's called Error in the System. Here's something with Philip Oakey and Giorgio Moroder, another disco god. This is called Goodbye Bad Times. Just a 12-inch single, one song, same one on each side. Here's another 12-inch single called The Wild Style by someone named Time Zone. Or is it Celluloid? I really don't know. Either the label is called Time Zone or the label is called Celluloid. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's just not a very good song. Had that for a long time. I've probably played it once in my life. The Michael Schenker Group, whoever they were, goodbye. Quarter Flash. I think I had 2 copies of that as well. Here's a very old record by George Maharis. Where Can You Go for a Broken Heart? George Maharis, of course, was an actor on TV back in the 60s in the classic show Route 66. But he was also a very good singer. Had kind of a Frank Sinatra type voice. But the record's not in very good shape. Here's, I think this is the second album by Boston, which is called, I have no idea what it's called. I might actually play that again. I like their first album. Here's Michael Franks. Don't ask me, I have no idea. Someone named Mike Stern, Jigsaw. Here you go, The Best of Willie Nelson. Which, actually, that may be something I might want to keep. I don't know. No, the record's in really bad shape. Okay, sorry, Willie. I like that cover, though. Isn't that cool? Willie Nelson. Here is Grover Washington, Inside Moves. Not very exciting jazz music. Suzanne Vega. My name is Luca. Al Di Meola. 12-inch single called Sequencer. Rick Astley, 12-inch single, It Would Take a Strong Man, the extended mix. How exciting is that, folks? Okay. Another 12-inch single thing, East Beat Syndicate, Love Transition. Not very exciting. Here's Pieces of a Dream, 12-inch single. It's called Careless Whisper, Sunshine, Outside In. Another 12-inch single. This is Underground Dance Music, Volume 1. I don't know. 12-inch again. This is Steel Pulse, Stepping Out. 12-inch again, SOS Band. Grooving, that's what we're doing, and Your Love, it's the one for me. 12-inch again. This is Bohannon, and the title of the song is called House Train. Okay. Technotronic. Boring. Astro Weeks. Wait a minute. Astro Works. Freaky Chakra. I don't know. Ultranate. Joy and Show Me. I don't know where I got this. Angel Alanis, The Subconscious State of Techno. These are basically just a series of beats that I guess people use when they mix songs. I don't know why the hell I bought this. I must have thought it was going to be something else. There's something by X Voodoo. Okay. This is a single by Peter Schilling, Major Tom, Coming Home. Great. Journey, Evolution. Okay. Kate Bush. The record is called The Whole Story. Kate Bush. I know there's some Kate Bush fans out there. 2 records by a group called Slave. That's their first record. And then the follow-up's called The Concept. How 70s is that? This is Stacy Lattisaw, What You Need. I'm sorry, but I don't. Here's, this is awful. Mecco, Swing Time's Greatest Hits. Stuff is really bad. I don't know why. I have no idea. The Climax Blues Band, FM Live. It's kind of a cool cover. I like that. Okay. This is a compilation, 2 record set. It's called Enigma Variations, Part 2. With groups like The Dead Milkmen, Agent Orange, Plan 9, Wire, Don Dixon, Wednesday Week, Game Theory, John St. James, Peter Hamill, Mojo Nixon, and Skid Roper. I don't know. I played it all through. I mean, it wasn't that bad. It's just not terribly interesting, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. It came out in the 80s, I think. Here's one I've had for a while. Labor of Love by UB40. I think I played that through twice. The Stylistics, Fabulous. Barbra Streisand, Songbird. Streisand Again. What About Today? That's been around for a long time. That's actually not a bad record. I might change my mind on that. Then we have the Barbra Streisand Christmas album. The Barbra Streisand Happening in Central Park. In its original wrapper. And Grover Washington Jr., Wine Light. Okay. So those are all the records, and I'll go through the CDs very quickly. So we have the Marquettes, Surfin'. Concrete Blonde, Bloodletting. Not very interesting stuff. Here's a Nina Simone remixed, reimagined compilation thing. Sorry for that glare. That's pretty bad, isn't it? There we go. And I have a whole bunch of techno music compilations. This is called Beat This, Part 1. Trance of the Gods. Oh, here's the soundtrack to The Triplets of Belleville, which I love the title song, but I didn't care for the rest of it, and I never got around to seeing the movie. So here's a CD by Fiona Apple, which I don't know what made me buy this. I must have heard something on the radio and I kind of liked it, but it didn't do much for me at all. Sorry, I'm not a Fiona freak. So this is a country music song CD by Patty Griffin called Children Winning Through. I think that's what it says. Patty Griffin. It's a pretty good singer, but another music compilation. Let's see, Cheb Miami. It's kind of like Latin music. Just say Cheb, right? Or just say club? No, it's Cheb. Okay. Another DJ CD. Chris the Greek Panagi. Strange electronic music called Spectrum. I like the cover. I'd keep it just for the cover, but that's kind of silly. Here's the guy on the inside. In the back. Oh, Sade, Soldier of Love. Could not stand this record. Could not stand it. And I used to love Sade. I have a lot of her stuff on vinyl. And then when she came back and did this, I thought, I can't wait to get it. Did not like it at all. So here's something called Sleep Yard, Future Lines. Don't ask, I have no idea what made me pick that up. Here's the soundtrack to Across the Universe, which I don't know, kind of like the movie, but I don't see any reason to keep it. Here's something by the Psychedelic Furs. This is called In the Pink. Here's something by John Mellencamp called Life, Death, Live, and Freedom. Now, the reason why I'm giving this away is I actually have a duplicate copy, so I kind of like the music. Something by Coldplay, Viva La Vida, and Death and All His Friends. I think this came from the Coldplay LP. They had this stuck inside of it. And that's another LP I might give away because I'm not that crazy about it. Another country music group, Little Big Town. It's called The Road to Here. I'll go through these quickly. Here's Rufus Wainwright, Poses. And more techno CDs. Aren't that interesting? Powerhouse. Oh boy, I don't think you really care about seeing all those. Probably not. Junior Vasquez. Someone called Vertigo. Don't ask me. I have no idea. And that's pretty much the end of it. So anyway, okay, that's my video about stuff I'm giving away. And if, like I said, if anybody sees something that you just can't live without, let me know. But I hope you enjoyed watching. So turn this off here. Good night.